Okay, so remember that they're changing my voice. Keep in mind that out of maybe every 100 incidents of gang stalking, right? Staring, one headlight stuff, I record maybe one because there's a lot going on. And I still have to live my life and do things that are more important than prove that gang stalking is real. But this person who I have a video of that I've uploaded before this video, it should be the one before this one or the one before that, who's on the right in the video, that person is a government worker. He had some kind of government labeled vehicle. And if that's not the government, maybe it's contractor, it's something that you typically see on government vehicles. And when I put the video to the side, I wasn't turning my head. I just simply turned the camera to the side, and he turned and looked. Okay? In fact, I don't think at the time that I saw him look at me that way. I just picked it up on camera. You can tell by the way I walked out the vehicle. I did it in a way that's very smooth. And then I caught his license plate, right? I wanted to catch what kind of car it was. That's what I was thinking. And then it ended up catching the government kind of writing or whatever that number is. And so it's clear that it's harassment when you see the pattern. And you can tell that it comes from rich white Jews and Lgbt, and I'm not racist. I'm the victim of organized racist harassment. What are the odds that in Morgan Hill, which is not exactly a corporate town, it's far from a corporate town, that you'll see different people coming up at different times in black vehicles that are government vehicles, and they go to different stores. Okay, they didn't meet up. And one of them was a militant, Jewish-looking female, kind of where the military and a Jewish liberal overlap. And there was other people there who were like crypto Jews. One was like a crypto Jew Hispanic couple, and things of that nature. And people who are about the size and shape of Jews. Okay. Now, do I think that I don't know whether at the highest level it's whites or Jews giving the orders, but I know there's rich whites and Jews in corporate partnerships that are leading the charge against me. And they're not just right-wing people. I'd say they're probably disproportionately, in terms of the nation, left-wing people. But there's definitely right-wing people involved, people in pickup trucks, conservative biker people, some in biker gangs, what have you. Okay. And there's regular gang members involved. I've seen a disproportionate amount of gang members involved. But, they're very low level in regards to the gang stalking structure. So I'm sure you can see that with the evidence I've presented in this video alone, that someone who's a rational person, someone who thinks clearly, someone who has sound judgment, an average insight or greater, is going to know immediately that I'm the victim of organized harassment. And they would know when I bring up that I've made over 15,000 videos in the last 15 years, that it's connected to my freedom of speech, and that I've made many reports to law enforcement, and they're ignoring them. They resort to kind of intimidation. You can tell in the one phone call I have with the police, right, that I recorded, that they were trying to blame me. They're like, are you drinking? Are you mentally ill? Just when I'm reporting organized harassment. When the Justice Department shows that there's 1 million cases of organized group stalking, right? Group stalking or organized group stalking. And there's 3 million cases of stalking in general every year in America. So why did they assume that I'm magically mentally ill? Obviously, they're being told to reinforce the narrative, and I can tell by the way people are behaving that the vast majority of people here in America belong to some kind of organization, gang, social club, corporate group, some kind of family group. They're basically playing stupid. Okay. And that's obvious. So do I expect justice in this system? No. Not from people. Okay, and I'm glad that I didn't take on their cultures. I'm glad that I'm not doing it their way. I'm glad I'm not relying on them. They're not reliable. Okay, everyone thinks they should waste their time and their life playing stupid instead of manning up and putting on the armor of God. And there's a bunch of people in the churches, mosques, and synagogues, and all these religious groups that are just using psychology and falsehood that has been approved by the state, so they're allowed to meet and so on and so forth. It's a disgrace.